I think I know which one I want. I've just had a curiosity, look at this. So we've got 36 drivers. And look at the money he's bringing in. I'm just looking at some of the ones that have been around for a while. I remember to do this on ATS because I want to see the difference. So they're bringing in double figures. Oscar's normally pretty good, isn't he? Oh, I'll say that last. What was a bit crappy. But I'm just trying to see how I ended up with that level. So much money coming in. We've got a amount last. At the end of last week's stream. It was not very overly impressive, half of these people, was it? I mean, look, he's doing good. She's doing really well. All around the same in their abilities. Now that's where the money's coming from. Look at that. So that's where the good money's coming from, those guys that are leveled up. Right. Let's try and reverse this thing out. Feeling a bit lethargic, I don't know why. Maybe over 8 again. I didn't over 8, I just had some potato chips earlier on. I might have had a little too many of those. Just reverse enough to get past this truck so I can go forward and turn. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not going to look behind me because I'm sure it'll be an absolute mess. Something I don't want to see. And we had it yesterday. Now those of you who remember the stuttering of last week, of the game, the lag looking thing. And yesterday we started off alright until I mentioned it, because we didn't have any. And then it started up and started to get a little worse as it went along. Now I need to sneeze, hang on. I started off with coughing and worked my way up to sneezing. And so you work up the corporate ladder. Start from the bottom, work your way up. But we've gone half an hour already. And we haven't had one yet. And if we don't have any more, I'm seriously... There's one? Where's one? You talking about the way station or a starter? Because not in game I haven't had one yet. Way station, yeah. So if we manage to get through this without that happening, I'm going to have a sneaking suspicion it's the cargo trailers. In fact, oh no, I don't have it on this one. I was thinking maybe it's the skin for the trailer that I use, but it was happening here as well, wasn't it? Which I don't have that skin in this. And we have been this way before. Question is, are we going to go past that bit? And for those that don't know, when it last crashed, it was a certain bit. And I did try and go a different direction around it, but it's still around that area it crashed. So whether or not we're going to go through it this time, man, what I did notice is that I hadn't updated coast to coast. I didn't realise there was an update put out a while ago and I missed it, which could have been the problem. Yeah, hopefully.
Stay left.
Wait, it's this truck. What the? You told me to stay left. It didn't really matter which way I went. Just having more thinking. I'm thinking a lot about this ATS issue, which is obviously very exciting for you watching. Me saying nothing and just thinking.
Stay left.
But what I'm thinking now is maybe with today's stream I just do the one delivery, which is what we did yesterday, and this is a decent delivery. It'll take us, well, hopefully till 3 o'clock, maybe over. We'll wait and see. Then I'll go to ETS, and what I'll do is I'll go back to a save at the beginning before we accepted that delivery. Save it there.
Stay left.
Possibly. Then we can come back next week and start from there, and hopefully no issues and everything else.
Stay left.
Because I'm guessing if there's a fix for Pro Mods, it'll say there's been a major change, so you've been put back to your garage, so we'll lose the contract anyway. So if I make it more even and just say, you know, just to cover all bases, let's cancel that contract. And I'll definitely do some testing before next week. I'll set up my other one.
Stay left.
I haven't used for a long time. My other main profile, because I haven't updated the mods and all that. Get the same mod setup as the one that we got. Do some testing driving around with a cargo delivery, and then one with a freight market delivery. See if we get the judders, because still haven't had any in the game as of yet now, and we're not using, well, we're just doing a freight delivery, aren't we? We're not using the cargo, any trailers.
Stay right, and then exit right.
And if that's the problem might actually one of the mods. Now I looked at the mods too in Steam Workshop, and there's not that many that have been updated recently. Not that many at all.
Turn left.
Since 1.44 came out, a lot of them are all last updated last year. So maybe it's the R&R mod pack or whatever it's called, where it's got the extra cargoes. And that might have like cargoes that can go onto trailers as well, and that might be an issue. I don't know. Jazzy Cat, for all I know, who knows? But like I said, the common denominator was pro mods. I got through that area without pro mods on. But the stuttering's the interesting thing. I wouldn't have thought... The fact that I had it on both games is obviously not to do with pro mods, because I don't have pro mods on here. It's something else. But the other problem is too, it just turned up. It wasn't happening for so long. And it happened, me and Causey, we did convoy mode. It wasn't happening during there, but we don't have the map mods on. Or Jazzy Cat. But we do have the other thing on, the extra, what's we call it, deliveries, freights. Extra cargoes. Options, but we weren't using trailers. We were on 1.43, and then thankfully last week I could go to 1.44 on ATS and still had the problem on both, so it wasn't to do with the version. My theory at the time was that maybe it would update it, but it still happened on 1.44. Updated like the Steam mods for 1.44, but I was running 1.343. The only common denominator there is on both games we're using trailers. So...
Get ready to turn left.
if that's the case, that's fine. Easy fix. Don't use trailers. Just stick with the freight market.
Turn left.
That, out of problems, is not really a problem. It's a simple thing of don't use the trailers. Nice and easy. So if I can verify that, it'd be a great thing. But I think I'll go with that. I'll do what we'll do, depending on the time. I only managed to get one delivery done yesterday. Admittedly, we started the second one around 3:30 because I had my coffee early, so it was about, it was actually about 10 past 3 or something like that. It was 3:15 when I went off and made my coffee instead of the usual 3:30. This is a bit of a drive, but because we're going to Mexico, unless they fix it with the last update, when you go into Mexico, the times, the ETAs and that are a bit off. It says 48 hours now, but when you sort of get into Mexico, it drops. And the same when you come out of Mexico, it tells you it's this amount of time away, and then you get out into the US and then it all of a sudden drops. So there's a time issue between the two, well, the mod and the vanilla. So whether or not that'll do that, it is 1,000 miles away, but 47 hours to do that, 1,100 miles. Does that sound right? If it was in kilometres, I could say, yeah, okay, but admittedly we're doing 55 miles an hour. If we end up with a speed limit, that'll go down. Yeah, see, we've been playing for almost an hour now, and no problem. with the graphics or the gameplay. It's smooth. So it's got to be cargo, surely.
Stay left.
Yeah, so anyway, I apologise now for the fact that it's going to be a shorter stream today. But problems arise and I'm trying to do my best to figure out the best option with what's been put in front of me for the competition. And I think it's fair that since we only did one delivery yesterday, we'll pretty much only do one delivery today. And I think this is actually, I'm just wondering, actually was the first delivery yesterday about 70,000? Might have been, so they're roughly around about the same. Oh, didn't you? Yeah, I'm going through that too, mate. I'm just struggling to sleep. But we'll stick with the other plan. What I'll do is I'll wait and see if there's any updates for Pro Mods between now and next Thursday. And if there isn't, if you're happy with the short notice, I'll give you a, I'll check in the morning on the Thursday morning, which is the Wednesday evening for you, of course, Causey. And if there's no updates or anything like that, we'll do convoy mode and I'll give you a DM and let you know. So it just means we won't do the convoy mode when we switch between the seasons, but that's okay. We'll have one summer to go and then into the autumn/fall. Well, actually, I sent you a DM yesterday, letting you know that I tested it without Pro Mods and I haven't even got an ad. Is it going to be late, mate? Yeah, I didn't get one. Didn't get an ad at all. Oh. They got a bit of sinus, eh? Which actually someone pointed out to me the other day. If you remember when I got, when we actually doing the convy mode last time, I got the toothache. It moved along my teeth. Someone actually pointed out that could have been sinuses. Wasn't that? Which makes sense. Of course, my other option with the whole Pro Mod thing is to go back to 1.43 until it's fixed, but I just don't want to do that because I've actually got rid of it. So I've got to re-download, and I don't really want to re-download it because I already paid for it. So to download it again, I'll have to pay again. And my cheapness won't allow me to do that. So I could use the free server, but it just takes forever and I can't be bothered. It also brings up the other issue. If it's not fixed by next week and we do convy mode, and then the next week it's not fixed either, what do I do? Is that when I say, well, stuff it, I'll go in, I'll sell the garages and put them into vanilla map places? I mean, it's not that many. But I haven't tried selling a garage yet and seeing if you get the exact same money back or if you lose money, which would be a pain. Which is easy sorted. I can go into any of my profiles and sell a garage. But I'll need enough money to buy a garage. That's the only problem. And I don't think I have the money to be able to buy a garage in ATS 2. In fact, no, I'm not, because that's what we're working towards, weren't we? Two in a row, making up for all the ones we missed, eh?
Rerouting. Recomputing. Go straight.
Oh, look at that, 75 mile an hour. How long has it been like that? Was it just turned 75? Was I my own world trying to sort this problem out? My brain, man, can't let a problem go. Just really can't. curse. That nammit. It's a gosh darn curse. Five, 76, 88 mile an hour. Just here because the flying fish. G'day, Mikey, buddy. Just to let you know, it's going to be a short stream today because of what happened yesterday. I didn't do anything, the game crashed. And it looks like it's a pros mods issue that's plaguing people. So it was in the middle of a delivery, and my original plan was figure out what was wrong with it and then stream the last of the delivery. The last of the delivery, we had about 3/4 of it to go because it was quite a long delivery. It was about a 2-hour real game. No, 2-hour real life time trip. It was about 40 hours in game, and it was just after I made my coffee and we started off, and then about 20 minutes later it crashed. So after a bit of investigation and everything else, it turns out it's the latest version of Pro Mods. A lot of people having issues with it crashing at certain points, also crashing when you start the game up. I went through and tested it without Pro Mods and drove right through that area without an issue. So what I decided is, since I only managed to do the one delivery yesterday, and most likely no matter what happens I'll end up losing that delivery, I'm going to just do the one delivery today, because this is a decent sized one, making it roughly around about, well, a little more than I made yesterday on ATS. And end it there for the day, and then wait for the Pro Mods to be fixed. And I've got to go in and cancel that delivery, or go back to a save just before we got that delivery and just completely keep it out. So if Pro Mods is not fixed next week, then we'll be doing Convi mode next week. And I'll be waiting until it's the Pro Mods is fixed to get back into it. That way it just keeps it even. Flagstaff. Still 42 hours. So yeah, it was a bit of disappointment.
Stay left.
Oh, nice. Fastest delivery I ever got is on my head at the moment. It's my headset. And I say it's the fastest delivery. It wasn't. It was the standard delivery, but it was because when I ordered them, they said they weren't going to be available until July the 7th. I ordered them on a Friday last month. Some say end of last month on a Friday. They arrived the next Saturday.